everyone. Welcome to your season recap for the 2020 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship, sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing. I'm Jason Wigan. I'll be joined by our expert analyst, Grant Langston, and also Will Christian for our podium interviews as we talk about a very unpredictable season of motocross today, focusing on the 250 class, generally reserved for up-and-coming stars of the sport. But it was a little bit different coming into 2020 as two established players, Jeremy Martin, who had won the 250 championship in 2014 and 2015, and Dylan Ferrandis, who had won 2 straight championships in Monster Energy Supercross, were prepared to lock horns all season long. We'll give you all the highlights of the 2020 season, starting with the opener at Loretta Lynn's Ranch in Tennessee. Justin Cooper, no surprise, looking for that Motorsport.com Whole Shot Award. The Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha rider, always a good starter, won the first moto of the season a year ago and leads him now, but Ferrandis right with him.
Just white and blue, you see, but I think already McElrath going off the lead.
Three Yamahas.
Yeah, he got Ferrandis real quickly. Look at this, side by side by side. There were 3 wide there.
Hey, our Hampshire, sorry to interrupt, has gone by McElrath, so he's up to second. Wow. Hampshire on the gas. And that was a very quick recovery from ACL surgery. Hasn't slowed him, at least not yet. And Jeremy Martin has moved up to third around Shane McElrath. A little bit different for Ferrandis this year. We haven't raced since Supercross ended toward the end of June. So he has had plenty of time to put that in the rear view, to get the focus back on this. And by the way, we always know the weakness of him is starts. Yeah. He had a good one in this one. So any of the demerits are gone. It's nothing but victory for Dylan Ferrandis in the first moto of the season. And we're ready for our second and final 250 moto of the day. Ferrandis using that inside. He's going to get pinched off, though. It looks like the 12. His teammate Shane McElrath with a good jump. Let's see if McElrath can hold on for that whole shot. Yes, Motorsport.com Whole Shot Award for McElrath. Trying to make the move on Alex Martin. Martin going to fend him off from the inside. Not much room. Oh, and Ferrandis clears him around the outside.
Cooper takes the line away there. Makes Ferrandis have to pick another line. But Ferrandis is also getting a chance right now to do some, exploring around the track, meaning finding other lines. Because in these situations, that's sometimes where you accidentally stumble across something. You're like, whoa. I missed that inside line, went wide, squared it up, and that was actually pretty quick. And you're like, why didn't I think of that earlier? This is an opportunity to try some stuff. It's Ferrandis, just goes a long way around. He had been working inside, outside, wherever Cooper wasn't.
And makes quick work now of his teammates. So Ferrandis up to third, while the Martin brothers keep battling behind them. Alex ahead of Jeremy. And what a battle we have right now. A 3-rider fight for the lead. Shane McElrath here in the 12 has it. RJ Hampshire trying to hold second. Dylan Ferrandis almost gets him.
Yeah, this is tightening up. It's getting good. But for the Martins, especially Jeremy, this is where he really needs to close that gap up, make some quick passes, get to the back of them, because if Ferrandis is able to make a couple passes, Hampshire now going, hang on, I got a podium the first moto, but the guy that beat me is coming. I got to get going. There's no time to sit around.
Limited spectator capacity here, but you can hear they are pumped on this battle. Another attempt by Ferrandis, and this time the outside worked.
Yeah, just went around the outside, just kept it clean, kept it simple. That rut, maybe a little less deeper, or a little less deep than the one on the inside. And yeah, he railed that really good.
One man to beat now for Ferrandis. He's picked off a couple. Can he get Hampshire for the lead? And Dylan Ferrandis, you almost had the sense of the inevitable there, and the inevitable has happened. He has gotten around RJ Hampshire, so the 14 is now your leader and looking to go 1-1 today. You got some motivated other riders out there. RJ Hampshire has been full of fire all season long. He's on a new team. Change of scenery has certainly done well for Hampshire. And Jeremy Martin back there in third, he is just a grinder. He is all about not one day, but the entire season playing out. And he'll be in it to the end, you'd gather, as well. So one race doesn't make a championship. It's a good sign for Ferrandis.
One more corner.
Yep, this is it. Dylan Ferrandis fires first in Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. 1-1 to sweep the overall here at Loretta Lynn's, the first round of the season. So Ferrandis, a dominant run, fastest qualifier, wins both motos, but Martin has a solid start to his comeback after major injuries kept him out of this championship a year ago. Round 2 was supposed to take place at Washougal, Washington, but that event ended up canceled. So Loretta Lynn's Ranch in Tennessee, also becomes the host of round 2, but that doesn't mean the racing was the same because the skies opened and it was a full-on mud race. It looked a lot different than round 1. Oh, and I thought Hampshire had a good start. He got absolutely water blasted by Alex Martin, who's down to the inside.
Oh.
And one rider down. It's Shane McElrath going to grab the whole shot. Martin on that Suzuki holds upright. He is in second, going for it with McElrath. The Motorsport.com whole shot is Shane's, but Martin quickly to the lead, and that is so key in these conditions.
Do you see how he just ruined McElrath, that big puddle of mud? Vision right now is critical. Probably could have thrown that in the keys to the moto. You want to be out front so badly. You will not see riders so desperate to find some clear real estate right now like Alex Martin did. Oh, and he goes down.
Oh, and he throws it away. He's going to go from probably first to last here. McElrath back up front. Whoa.
Oh, and he stalled.
He stalled the bike, and that's going to put Cameron McAdoo to the lead. So 2 riders with problems on lap 1. And a difficult position for Hampshire. He wants to make the pass. He might have the speed to make the pass, but he can't take on this route.
Here we go. There it is.
Got the opening.
That's all it took was that mistake. And McAdoo made the same mistake last time around. Just RJ wasn't quite close enough, and he's got to be going, yes, thank you. Oh.
And that is McAdoo. So McAdoo on the right, and Ferrandis trying to get by, and he does it. Wow, Dylan Ferrandis, as you said, making up time in chunks and now passing as well. RJ Hampshire holds on and wins a muddy first moto here at Loretta's. 2 races, 1 day, 1 winner. Let's go racing live on NBC. And Alex Martin again on that yellow Joe Gibbs Racing Suzuki is going to grab your Motorsport.com whole shot. And he's got Shane McElrath, who's had great starts in every race this year, right with him. A drag race to the stripe, and this time McElrath will actually get around Martin. And the other Martin, that's the younger brother of Alex Martin, Jeremy Martin, into third of the number 6. And then McElrath, the mistake. Martin brothers are going to go 1-2 here. Dylan Ferrandis, your series leader, just got around a young rider, Carson Mumford, who went down. So Ferrandis making up more ground, and this is how titles are won. It's not going to be pretty today for Ferrandis or for anyone, but the Frenchman is trying to make the most of it. After a bad start, he is up to 7th. That is Dylan Ferrandis, your series leader. He has caught the 12 of Shane McElrath, and behind them, another teammate of theirs, Justin Cooper. So a 3-rider Yamaha battle. That is for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oof. That's McElrath going on a wild ride.
He got McAdoo.
Oh, wow, they've caught McAdoo. That is the 3rd-place rider, and they passed him. Alex Martin does it. He wins the 2nd moto in the mud at Loretta Lynn's.
That was cool. That was impressive. Happy for him.
And even better for the Martins, it looks like Jeremy is going to be your overall winner for the weekend. Looking to take that thing home and close up the points on Dylan Ferrandis. And Jeremy Martin, for the first time in over 2 years, is an overall winner in Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. Well, it's never too fun riding in the mud, but it certainly must have felt good for the Martin brothers to be battling for the win, and especially for Jeremy, who got the victory, his first one since breaking his back in 2018. So now it's up to Dylan Ferrandis, the round 1 winner, to try to strike back at round 3, and that's at Ironman Raceway in Indiana. Inside gate for Ferrandis, paying off. Going to lead them into the first turn, lead them out. Championship rival right on his hip. That's the 6 of Jeremy Martin. But the Motorsport.com whole shot goes to Ferrandis. Do not hear that very often, but he's picked it up lately. Was good at the opener off the start. Mud race last week was tough on him. He was pretty bummed about even the 2nd place finish, even though he left with the points lead. But if this is what you believe you're capable of doing, winning by 25 seconds, yeah, you're not going to be happy with 2nd.
Yeah.
Unbelievable how well he's ridden in this moto as the checker flag's in sight. Yeah, there were rumors that the Gas, which is normally a trials brand that's coming into moto, they were looking at this guy, but he's going to stay Yamaha, and he's going to stay a winner. Dominant performance by Dylan Ferrandis. What a ride on this Monster Star Yamaha. All right, so we're ready for our 2nd moto of the day in the 250 class as the Fly Racing 30-second board comes up. Ferrandis, the Frenchman, relative veteran of this class, has been the man to beat on the very inside gate. Not traditionally what you take in motocross with a good gate pick. He's going to try it again, and this time they pinched him off. And right out of the center, it's Jeremy Martin on the number 6, Geico Honda. He's got the Motorsport.com whole shot.
And they're going to make Ferrandis work for it. That's what you have to do. Put him in a situation.
Oh, no! He's down, and they can't even get the bike started, so he's not just last, he is way back. What a turn of events for the man who dominated the first moto earlier today. Dylan Ferrandis, the blue Yamaha here, number 14, dominated the first race earlier today, last after a crash off the start. Now he is looking to be in the top 10 after about 3 laps. That's unbelievable.
Well, the nice thing for him is, at least, silver lining is, makes one more pass. It'll put him on the podium for the day, but yeah, I got a feeling he's not thinking about that just yet. I think there's enough time. Ferrandis is going to catch this battle, and he has pretty quickly.
Shimoda probably thinking, where did this come from? I did not see or hear anyone behind me, and just like that, he's been caught and passed. Ferrandis just next level right now. So this will put Ferrandis into 5th. Good battle here late in the day for 3rd in this race. The 30 of Brandon Hartraft has it. Jet Lawrence right behind him on the red Honda is 4th. But Dylan Ferrandis, the one totally covered in mud, has come from 40th to 5th. And he wants to get these two and finish in 3rd.
Yeah, but I think he might get pinched by the lapper. He had to back off there. He was alongside Lawrence. Now Lawrence knows who's there. No question about that. For Hartraft.
Oh, mistake by Lawrence, and Ferrandis immediately takes advantage.
Ferrandis has just been so good at just jumping on riders in this moto, not waiting for the door to open, but that little bobble was just enough, and he was right there. And Ferrandis just carrying more speed everywhere. Just watch the body language he uses, trying to push that bike, get the wheels on the ground. You heard Jeremy Martin say after Moto 1 how he's good at staying light on the bike where he needs to be. He'll get his weight out of the seat so the bike doesn't get bogged down. Oh, look at that move.
Smooth on the inside. He's got the 30. Hartraft going to try to fight back. He's one of the taller riders out here. He can use that leverage in those whoops, but he got blocked by the lap rider, and Ferrandis has come from last to 3rd.
Wow.
And the Geico Honda man, Jeremy Martin, what a great story this has been. Major back surgery. Got hurt at our Muddy Creek National in Tennessee in 2018. And the original back surgery did not heal, so he had to go back in for more surgery. Back surgery, never a good thing. Multiple back surgeries, that's terrible. But boy, is he ever now back, because Jeremy Martin has won 2 in a row with a victory here in Indiana. Absolutely phenomenal riding by Ferrandis, dominates Moto 1 and comes from last to 3rd in Moto 2. But if you look at the result sheet, Martin gets another overall win, his first Moto win, and creeps up a little bit more in the point standings. We go to RedBud, normally a July 4th weekend classic, now taking place with a doubleheader on Labor Day. And the first leg of it was very good for Jeremy Martin. Here's the highlights. Lots of bar banging out of the gate. Who's going to lead them in? And it is, I believe, going to be Masterpool. Here comes the cavalry, though. You got a pair of Geico Hondas first, the 83 Jet Lawrence, the 6 of Martin. And where did Ferrandis come from? And then down.
These are the mistakes we've been talking about. He's so fast, and it looked like he ran out of patience halfway around the first lap. Once again, Ferrandis is going to have to come from the back.
Looks like Martin, I believe, is going to try to make the move.
Yeah, Jeremy's getting in his groove at the moment. You can see finding some different lines, venturing out towards some of those outsides, but carrying great momentum. You've heard riders talk about the little bobble there. He got excited. He saw the door open, went for it. Ooh. But now he's fast down here. Watch, he'll swing wide and try and take that line away, and he gets it done.
Battle on our hands. I don't know what happened here. It changed in a hurry. It went from 3 seconds to no seconds. Jeremy Martin is right there putting the attack on Masterpool. Now he's going to try the outside. He used this to make a pass earlier. How about the kid fighting him off?
Yeah, he had the good line on the inside, and the Geico riders have been strong in that downhill off-canvas section. Sometimes certain areas just work on for certain bikes, but Masterpool had the good line, and like you said, Master Klaus.
Yes, a couple of shots at it here from the former 2-time champ of the series, and Ty has held him off. Oh, another great line, and this time Martin has the lead. We are checking back in on Dylan Ferrandis, and he is checking in on the pack, taking looks over his shoulder. He got around his teammate, Shane McElrath, now to take over 7th. But the clock will tell you, look on the left side, he has 18 seconds to make up to catch the next rider on track, to be the 6th place man, Alex Martin. And there's not much time, going to be looking at 2 laps to go soon. So Jeremy Martin trying to take control of this championship. This could give him the points lead by the time this one is over. Moto 1 here at RedBud goes to Jeremy Martin. There's Ferrandis toward the inside of the 14. Can he bounce back? Let's go racing again at RedBud. Bad jump for Ferrandis. He's buried.
He is buried. He's pretty far back there. Maybe he can sneak around the inside.
Did he make it happen from the inside? No, it's McElrath, his teammate of the number 12, who did it. Darian Sinai, the 157, battling with him. But it is Shane McElrath going to get credited with the motorsport.com hole shot. Sinai takes it right back from him to regain the lead, and Alex Martin third.
How did McElrath save that? That was a lot of luck. He was in a two-wheel slide coming down the hill. Woohoo! That would have got his heart rate spiked right there.
McElrath going to try to double this jump and get back around Sinai. Side by side over that Thor triple. Hammer of Thor, they call that one over there. And McElrath finally able to lock it down.
McElrath was so close to being on the ground on the opening lap, and now he leads it. And look at Martin to the outside. He's been strong all day long. That's his section. Now he tries to go to the outside.
And he makes it happen on Sinai. He's got his brother in yellow right behind him. A double attack for the Martin brothers. Jeremy and Alex getting around Sinai. Whoa, and a battle for the lead is on. Jeremy Martin saw an opening and pounced instantly on Shane McElrath to get the number 1 spot.
And shocker, that same section, he's been so strong all day.
Hampshire is quick, and he is determined this year, coming back early from a torn ACL. He takes a look back. It's not who you want to see.
Well,
Ferrandis.
yeah, I'm sure he didn't. He had to look not knowing, because a couple laps ago, Ferrandis wasn't even in the equation. Is he going to go for it? Ferrandis jumps LaRocca's leap over the head of RJ Hampshire. That took a lot.
A battle remains, and it is for a podium spot of this moto, the yellow Joe Gibbs Racing Suzuki. That is Alex Martin. And from way, way back, Dylan Ferrandis never gave up on it. He had about 12, maybe 14 seconds to make up to get to the rear fender of Alex Martin. He has nearly done it, but he only has a lap and a half left in this race to try to make a pass. Flashing it inside, they almost come together. He made up a ton of ground. All right, now who's going to leave the brakes off
as they
go downhill? Ferrandis right here. Got him.
Didn't even have to wait till LaRocca's leap, but Amart fights right back. He gets a good drive out of that corner. Can he sweep back around?
Oh! And Ferrandis drifts to the wide side to block it. Checkered flag is out. Jeremy Martin goes 1-1 here at the first leg of the RedBud doubleheader. McElrath, a good run for second, and Ferrandis from way back to third. So now it's crunch time for the Frenchman Ferrandis. Even by the admission of Jeremy Martin, he is the fastest rider in the series, and he was the preseason favorite coming in. But a crash at round 4 and mistakes at rounds 2 and 3 have led Martin to a 3-race win streak. Can Ferrandis fight back? Perhaps his aggression in trying to do so costs him. Check out the highlights from round 5. And a bunch of those Yamahas, not surprisingly, up front. Looks like at least 2 of them.
Side by side.
Yeah. It's going to be Masterpool and McElrath. They share the 2 hole shots on Friday. They got a piece of it today. It officially goes to McElrath, and then Masterpool takes it away. This kid has opened up some eyes throughout this RedBud weekend. And through it all, Ty Masterpool keeps pulling away. We're at the halfway mark. 15 minutes down, 15 minutes to go.
Watch
you can
this.
save 15 minutes. I'm calling Geico. Look at this!
Oh!
And they both go down! They both go down! And Martin's not happy about it at all. Ferrandis gets up more quickly.
Hopefully Jeremy can get that bike fired up quick.
He's got the electric start. 2, 3, 4 riders go by. Hartraft, Alex Martin. And Hunter Lawrence almost got him. Hampshire's back, trying to get McElrath, and he's done it.
Nice move from RJ. He's been, if you've been watching the lap times the last few laps, it seems like everyone has just slowly been dropping the pace off a little bit, whereas Hampshire's been very consistent in the 209s.
So RJ Hampshire in position. He wants to go after the kid up front who has gone down. Hampshire finds himself in the lead. Masterpool in the dirt and a loose 3 spots. Still Masterpool, Harrison, Ferrandis 6th, Cooper, Alex Martin, Robertson, Hartraft. Hampshire, hold on to that. Stays on the track and stays in front.
No, he doesn't.
No. Tried to put it in front of McElrath, so McElrath gets by. And again, Jet Lawrence watching all this. He's got a shot at the moto win also. Great racing with a lap to go. If McElrath can remain perfect, he's going to steal a moto win. These two passed each other back and forth. Lawrence still digging from third.
Checkered flag is out. McElrath takes his first moto win of the year, and Hampshire holds off Lawrence for second. What a race. The 14 of Dylan Ferrandis looking to make up points on the number 6 of Jeremy Martin, who has the red backgrounds. He is your points leader, but he only finished 11th in our first race. Can Martin rebound? Let's go racing one last time in the 250s at RedBud. This time Martin a good start. He's on the inside. Not quite going to be able to hold it. I think it might have been, it's Masterpool again, this kid. Unbelievable with the start since coming back from injury. Led a whole bunch on Friday. Led a lot of the first moto earlier today. A sensation coming out of Texas. Ty Masterpool, the motorsport.com hold shot. Jeremy Martin in second.
He's going to that outside again. But if he leaves the door open.
He wanted it outside to get the jump. He makes the mistake. Jeremy Martin to the lead. Oh, Masterpool down. Look at that upper right. That's
obviously
it, the little tip over, just like Moto 1.
Lost the bike on the exit of that corner.
And trying to see how many guys got by. There was Hunter Lawrence went by, but he's a lap down after visiting the mechanics area. Masterpool back to 4th. Mitchell Harrison up to 3rd now. Michigan native looking for a podium finish in this moto. Ty Masterpool in the 41. He had a quick tip over. He's now been caught by his teammate Dylan Ferrandis, and Ferrandis is as motivated as ever. Every pass is championship points for him, and he makes the move on his young teammate.
And the pressure's on.
Ferrandis working that inside line, tiptoeing down to get to the edge.
And to your point, Jason, it really is a big deal losing a spot, because sometimes you think, oh, two points. No, it's a 4-point swing. So really important for Hampshire as Ferrandis tries that outside line.
It's going to put him on the inside as they take the white flag in this next left-hander. Ferrandis not quite close enough. Jeremy Martin has gone 8.5 seconds ahead of this battle.
He can put on cruise control, but Hampshire cannot.
Yeah, Hampshire drifts wide just to make sure he's got it covered. Slicing back to the inside is Ferrandis.
Oh, look at that drive.
Drag race up the hill. Ferrandis the long way around. Little hitch in that corner.
He's got the inside for this corner, but can Hampshire get to that? Oh, that was tight.
Ooh.
Great racing, no contact, but as close as you get.
Final lap, another move in the inside. Get a drag race up this hill into what we call the Monza turn, and Hampshire doing a brilliant job of holding him off.
Ooh, he knew what was coming, and he tried so hard to defend that. Great stuff. Ferrandis is not done. He is so close. Now what do? Do you follow to the inside and try and drag race up the whoop section? The Yamahas have been strong.
Hampshire doubling into those whoops. A little bit of a gap made up. Ferrandis tries to get it back around the outside. It could come down to this next left-hand corner.
He scrubbed the jump.
Inside. He's got the spot.
He set that up by really railing that corner, had so much forward momentum and scrubbed that jump. He went forward when Hampshire was going more up. Hampshire clipped it a little bit, bounced. That's all it took on the last lap.
Checkered flag is out. Jeremy Martin wins the moto. Ferrandis somehow will get to second. But RJ Hampshire with 2-3 scores wins the overall here at RedBud.
So suddenly Ferrandis, the preseason favorite, and as most riders would say, the fastest rider in the class, finds himself with a points deficit. A 3-race win streak and consistency from Martin leads him to hold the red plate. And the next race on the calendar is owned by Martin's parents, and it's a track that Martin grew up riding on. If Ferrandis is going to dig himself out of the hole, it's going to be very difficult.
And it's Hampshire on the 24 going to lead them into the first turn. And I believe that's a motorsport.com hole shot for the winner of our last race. And there's the pileup that we were talking about. That is Stank Dog, Jared Stanky down 726. Ryder Floyd down, Williams, Joey Crown on the 355. But right now, showing him the way around, Hampshire, Justin Cooper is second, and Alex Martin is third.
First time through the whoop since practice. This would have changed up and gotten a little bit deeper in the holes. They've done some grooming to the track. So you see a lot of riders hitting that inside berm now that they've built it up. But that'll break down. That outside will come into play. But for the moment, everyone looking pretty clean through these opening sections.
So now one lap complete as they come across the finish line, hook back onto the start. And they're trying to figure the lines out, and that was not a good one for Alex, and that allows Ferrandis to get by. Wait, we've already got a pass. just like that. Ferrandis around his teammate Cooper.
Yeah, Ferrandis just showing you what he's capable of doing when he gets those good starts. You know he's going to be going after Hampshire real quick. Hampshire not able to get away at this point. Let's see now that they're closer. This could be Ferrandis' opportunity.
Wow, Ferrandis again using that low jumping and a lower here. There's not much room though. Wow, he passed him on a jump, not in the corner.
Yep.
All right, so now Alex Martin has taken the third spot away from Cooper. Cooper has also lost a position to Jet Lawrence, and here comes Jeremy Martin looking to get Cooper as well. So this is 5th and 6th, not where your series leader wants to be 20 minutes into this moto.
Well, if they threw the checkered flag right now, Jeremy Martin would lose the points lead. So, yeah, he needs every point he can. He needs to get past Cooper ASAP. Stays low over that jump. Can he keep that momentum all the way up? Got to see these guys leaning back. Justin Cooper, oh, did not want to give that up.
Well, for some riders, one moto win would be great. For Ferrandis, he had not won 5, and now he's back on top with a moto win. The first one here at Millville. Dylan Ferrandis has got the mojo going. He's been fast, but relatively luckless the last couple of rounds. He put it all together in our first moto today to win it. So Martin has to respond. Revs are up. Gate is down. And it's the number 12 of Shane McElrath who's going to grab the Motorsport.com hole shot. Those Yamahas swarm through that first turn each and every week. So usually just a matter of which Yamaha rider it'll be. And for good measure, Justin Cooper's second Yamaha rider is there in the second place spot. Alex Martin, Jeremy's older brother, is in third. And it looks like Ferrandis has already dipped ahead of the 26. Alex Martin there in yellow, so it's now 1, 2, 3 for the Yamahas. Oh, and you can see the aggression as Jeremy goes after Alex. The Martin brothers battling here on home turf. But the problem is they are once again 4th and 5th, just like they were in our first moto earlier today with the Yamaha trio up front. Jeremy doing everything he can to get around Alex.
Yeah,
side by side here.
Alex not making it easy, but he sees his brother next to him. Will he give him that line? He was a little nice there. Maybe he didn't quite have the option, but he definitely didn't want to force the issue and maybe potentially come into the corner and then both collide. That would be devastating.
Oh, no! Our leader, was that McElrath? Yes, our leader is down. So that'll put Justin Cooper into the lead. And the next 3 riders also, Ferrandis and the Martin brothers, move forward. And going forward as well as Martin from third, GL.
Yeah, you saw him running some outside line, just carrying a ton of momentum. Let's see if he's trying to just search a little bit. But Ferrandis searching. He's getting impatient. He's been eating roots. Charges down the hill.
Is he going to squeeze him off? Yes. Dylan Ferrandis to the lead here in Millville.
Jeremy knows how important this is, and Justin Cooper is going to do everything he can to hold off Martin. I was going to say, great team player would have that would have helped out Ferrandis a lot, but he's not giving up.
Oh, he's going to be on the inside of this next corner. Martin beats him to the exit.
That was good for Jeremy. That you could tell, Ryan. That was like, I need this, and I need it now because I can see the 14. He's going to check out otherwise.
Side by side here in the last lap.
Watch this.
What's going to happen is he's just going to go to the outside. He's going to go to that berm. He
Huge
gets
charge. Tries to come underneath.
He's been good on the inside here, too.
He's got the line. Side by side. Listen to the fans.
They're going nuts. Oh, I thought he might have a shot there.
He's going for it on the inside. Martin versus Ferrandis. Wheel to wheel. Now that new jump, the triple uphill. Can they get it clean?
Oh, Ferrandis has been so strong here. Jeremy's right there. Oh, he cases it a little bit. That hurt him.
2 turns to go. Now 1. Ferrandis has got to be perfect through here. Martin's going to try a bonsai run on the outside.
Oh, what
One last jump. Checkered flag. Ferrandis holds on.
Unbelievable.
Wow, that is as close as it gets.
Unbelievable, and they got to show respect to each other after that. They left it all out on the racetrack.
That's great heads-up racing in the second moto. Martin threw everything he had at Ferrandis, but the Frenchman wrestles control back and now tries to replicate what he did in the cold of Minnesota in the heat and humidity of Florida. See if the Frenchman can keep it going.
Ferrandis, a good jump, and he's going to lead them in the first turn. Then he almost watches the front, and his teammate going to power around the outside. Let's see who establishes himself in the lead. It is Shane McElrath for the Motorsport.com hole shot.
Well, Ferrandis said he's been putting so much effort in his starts, and you can see how it paid off there. Look at Hampshire through that first section, just powered past the points leader, Ferrandis. to put himself in second.
And as good as Martin is riding, Jet Lawrence is right with him, and Justin Cooper not too far back. Another outside line from Martin.
Oh, I don't know if that outside is really working.
No, Jet is going to make the pass on him.
This might not be a bad thing because Jet's definitely got the jets going right now. He's got the pace. So for Jeremy, hey, tag on with him. Who knows? Maybe today's the day we see the real Jet Lawrence that we've been anticipating for some time now.
It looks like Ferrandis wants the lead.
Well, I did say tentative for a couple laps.
Yeah,
that's
over.
Passed. Yeah, now it's the real Ferrandis coming out. And this could, like you said, he gets the pass done. The problem if you're Jeremy Martin, you just witness yourself get passed, and now Ferrandis take the lead. He's got him in sight, but I don't want to say it's panic time, but Jeremy's got to make things happen quickly.
Yeah. Oh, split lane. They made it a 3-wide line through that corner. You know Hampshire's quick through here. He's able to get back around Ferrandis, and he uses it to get around Lawrence. Now 3-wide again into this corner. Great racing. Oh, big power slide from Hampshire. Lawrence repays him.
Yeah, I think Jeremy Martin had to chop the throttle there as he had a Rockstar Husky across the front of him. Went from the outside to the inside.
So Lawrence has done it. He's made the pass on McElrath. He's up to the number 2 spot, hopping that last set of bumps.
Oh, look at that front wheel.
Oh, he's
that
done.
bike is mangled. He's not finishing. No way.
Well,
that front wheel.
This is a big shakeup because Hampshire was 3rd in points, and Alex Martin was not that far behind him. Wait a minute, I think we have the Hampshire crash. This is going to be an ugly one.
Hampshire, second in shot, gets a little kickoff, and watch this. This is one of the nastiest crashes you'll see.
Oh,
and the rider
boy.
even walks away. I cannot believe it. Look at him. Has to eject there. I don't know how he didn't break anything. Thankfully, the soil's a little soft there, but now you know why that bike looks the way it does.
This is unbelievable.
It almost looked like maybe it was seizing, but no, it didn't because he rode away. But you can even see the flag. He was even like, whoa.
But right now, it's all about the veteran out of France. Dylan Ferrandis wins the first moto here at WW Ranch. Alex Martin going to lead them in here on the Suzuki. But you always got to, a couple of riders down. You always got to watch those Yamahas off the start. It is the 32 of Cooper, last year's race winner, who has the motorsport.com whole shot. Couple riders down and 2 Yamahas to the front. Yet again, Dylan Ferrandis improving in what had been a weak point in his game, the start.
Jeremy Martin, we just saw him in the picture there, up to 8th now. So really making amends after that so-so start that he got.
But Ferrandis just took the lead just like that to the inside of the 32 of Cooper. So Ferrandis not waiting around in this one and already starting to pull away. And even Jeremy Martin, who is battling him for the championship, says Dylan's the fastest guy. So this is bad news on everybody else.
As Alex tries to manage his way around McAdoo, and I think he...
Whoa! They come together, and Alex almost went off the side of that man-made mountain. He did not, and he makes the pass. You were more scared, I think, than he was right there.
Yeah, man, these guys are just, they're going for it. I mean, anyone that says these guys don't ride with a ton of passion don't know these motocross riders. It's crunch time. Everyone's riding for a different reason. You alluded to earlier, Alex Martin has a bonus for finishing top 3 in the outdoors. Jeremy, well, it's pretty simple. His bonus is winning another national championship, which comes with a nice paycheck as well.
Alex Martin has gone down.
Oh, he tagged the back of his brother. Oh, that's going to make Thanksgiving a nice little extra talking point. Jeremy just trying to go wherever McElrath isn't, but he's got it. He's just got to force the issue. There's only one way to get it done right now. And by that, I mean, like, leave the brakes and move McElrath.
How aggressive will Martin get? Needs these championship points in the worst way. He was a series leader up until a week ago. Now Ferrandis on a break up front. He has broken away from the field. Martin's in salvage mode. He's up to 3rd. He makes the mat.
Well, hold on. Let's see what happens at the exit. It's a little bit slower here, but yep, he got it.
Ferrandis is feeling it right now. This is big. Individual race wins always feel good, but more importantly, stretching the points lead. Dylan Ferrandis, 1-1 sweep here at Jacksonville.
Dylan Ferrandis has taken control, largely because he has fixed his one problem in the races, which is bad starts. Said a change to the motorcycle that makes him slower on the track, but better off the line has made all the difference. But the Frenchman is still not immune to the occasional bad jump off the line. And when that happens, he leaves himself vulnerable to other riders, including his own teammates.
Ferrandis leading them into the first turn. Looks like the 74 Mitchell Harrison going to edge him out. Harrison will get that Motorsport.com Whole Shot Award. Shane McElrath in the fight as well as they go uphill.
How good is McElrath just getting to the front in these beginning parts of the races? And then for Ferrandis, what a turnaround mid-season. He was never near the front out of the start and just consistently now up near the front.
Well, he said they made some bike changes that he thinks will make the bike worse everywhere else, but better off the start. And he's willing to make that sacrifice because, yeah, that has been a major Achilles heel for him, the starts the last couple of seasons. But McElrath looking good right now out front.
Try and crib whatever he does. If he crosses over right, and a mistake there from McElrath.
Yeah.
Lost his uphill drive.
Oh, Ferrandis was almost able to make the pass. In fact, he's still going to try. Not really a line to use on the outside, but he's found enough momentum and speed. Now the big downhill end. Just like that, Ferrandis to the lead. Let's see if McElrath can use the inside to get him back. No. Good battle back here. You've got Harrison and Hampshire just went by. Then it's Jeremy Martin ahead of the Lawrence brothers, Hunter and Jet. So this is not what Jeremy Martin. Oh, that's Hampshire.
Hampshire's down. So Jeremy's going to like that. That made things a lot easier. Hampshire's been riding strong all season. You know he's not the easiest to pass either. Now McElrath coming under pressure from Justin Cooper, who, from everything we've seen and heard, decided that this was going to be a place he was going to bring his A game. And as far as the overall is concerned, we also often say, hey, second in the first moto is as good as a win. He triples that. Is that going to get him in there? He's got an opening, but
oh, he's going to use it. I did not think he had enough, and it could be. Yes, Justin Cooper with that triple managed to get to the inside, takes second. Okay, so Hunter doing everything he can to get Harrison right now as they race to the bottom of this hill. Whoa. Nice job by Hunter to leap that double and make the pass.
That was commitment there.
And here's the checkered flag. 5 straight moto wins for Dylan Ferrandis, and he takes the first moto here in Colorado. More Yamahas up front. It's the 32 of Justin Cooper, your runner-up earlier today, who's going to grab the Motorsport.com Whole Shot. His young teammate, only his 3rd pro race. Jarrett Fry in 2nd, and Martin a much better start on that number 6.
Yeah, Jeremy Martin needed a good start, needed to be up front. And then everyone's going to question, where is Dylan Ferrandis? He's got the red background, number 14.
Don't see him.
Yeah, you see a lot of Yamahas, but not the number 14. So good news for Martin. Maybe an opportunity to pick up some points right here. But if Jeremy Martin, hey, if he gets his way, he's going to try and get around these guys as quickly as he can. And he does, gets around Fry real quick. One of the Yamahas out of the way. Remember, Jeremy Martin is racing Ferrandis, but he also has to deal with the entire Star Yamaha racing team. Whoa, look at this, J-Mart.
It's going to be tough to hold Martin off. He is coming in a hurry. He gets around the 12 of McElrath for 2nd, and now Martin, one of the veterans of this class, out of Minnesota, 2-time champion in the 250 division. He wants that 3rd title. Got to take it piece by piece. Score every moto win he can late in the year to try to get back in contention. But Cooper wants to win desperately. This is going to be a good fight up front.
If Jeremy can have another one of those sort of ride out of your skin type performances like he did at his home race at Millville, that'll be great for him, because with that kind of performance, he will win this moto as he tries to go to the inside of Justin Cooper. Cooper's got a good line there. In the first moto, they were tripling it, and Martin tries it. Problem is, if you case it, it drains a lot of speed, but there was close. You saw them, their lines almost came together.
Yeah, that nearly worked. Even though it wasn't pretty, the big air paid off for Martin. But Cooper able to take it back, get that ground as they go to the bottom of the hill. We've had some drama here in the 250 class. Your series leader, Dylan Ferrandis, 2 of the young riders on the track got into a scrap, and he got caught up in it. There is Ferrandis. He was up to 6th. Now he is 9th after going down. We'll show you what happened, which is actually started by Brandon Hartraft and Hunter Lawrence battling with each other.
Yeah. Well, this was coming out of the corner. You see, Lawrence went there. I don't think Hartraft liked that. So watch this. He kind of breaks, runs him the outside, and Ferrandis just had such a closing speed, and then all of a sudden had nowhere to go. And that's what happens when you are not near the front.
Another look at it.
He did not expect them to come the outside, and Hartraft was just, sending a message to Lawrence. Riders do that.
So that cost Ferrandis 3 positions. He goes from 6th to 9th.
Oh, we have a battle for the lead.
Jeremy Martin has put in a charge, and he has caught Justin Cooper quickly. Look at the speed on the outside of that corner.
He railed that corner. This is when it's fun to watch Jeremy Martin, when he gets in that groove and sort of just rides over his limit in a sense, but he does it in a way where he's not out of control. But this is a guy that wants it really bad, and the leader wants it also really bad. He wants to win. You can tell his whole demeanor, his attitude is like, I gotta win this race. There's a track for me. Jerry Martin doesn't care about those plans. He goes to the inside. It's gonna be a drag race.
Outside line holds up for Cooper. Martin to the inside again, and this time he has it. Wheel to wheel over these jumps. Cooper, for the moment, able to maintain the lead. Cooper would be the overall winner if it ends like this. Ferrandis would be second. Martin would be third. But really, it's all about each individual moto paying championship points. And Martin's got a line to the inside.
Yo, he came in there with a full head of steam. He was committed, but Cooper just railed that outside, and Martin had to back out at the 11th hour.
Hunter Lawrence there on the red 35. Best way to fend off the attack from Dylan Ferrandis. Keep moving forward. They both make the pass on Shane McElrath. So what was a battle for 4th and 5th is now for 3rd and 4th. And Ferrandis has taken the spot away from Lawrence on the downhill.
Yeah, has he got it done? Lawrence got the outside. They're going to be close, but no. Ferrandis makes it happen, and all of a sudden, a bad moto, well, an okay moto for Ferrandis, and a good start for Jeremy Martin is going to relate into, if it finishes the way it is, a 2-point loss for Ferrandis, who already padded his points lead in Moto 1.
It turned around drastically with that podium last week, and now he's a race winner. Justin Cooper on top in Colorado, and he's pumped.
So Ferrandis able to survive a run-in with some other riders. Justin Cooper gets his first victory of the year. But most importantly, Ferrandis holds a solid points lead heading into the series finale right here in California. Let's get to the highlights and crown our 2020 champion in the 250 class.
Cooper's got him covered going into the first turn. And he leads him. It's Jet Lawrence in the number 2 spot, and a little budding rivalry between these two. Some Instagram jesting during the weekend. They coincidentally start this Moto 1 and 2. Where are our championship runners, Ferrandis and Jeremy Martin?
They were right behind that lead pack there, and they were actually rubbing elbows through the first couple turns there. We saw Ferrandis kind of put the squeeze on Jeremy in turn 1. Jeremy kind of lent on him in turn 2, gave himself some room, but nice to see that they're near the front. Yeah, definitely a little bit closer. John Jarvis does a great job staying out of the battle for the lead. But this is where Lawrence is so good. I'm wondering if he can get close enough, if he can get that Honda up the inside going into the turn off the finish line. He's going to try.
Oh, Jet Lawrence has the lead momentarily. They scrub together. He's going to be on the inside as well. Lawrence does it. He's got the number 1 spot.
Nothing worse than hitting a couple lappers at the same time, because, of course, they're going to use multiple lines. You don't know where to go. Jeremy now has a look. He goes to the inside of Ferrandis.
I don't know if this line's going to work out or not, but Ferrandis definitely knows that his championship rival is there. Can Martin send it around the outside?
He definitely tried. It almost worked out, but Ferrandis was very good on that inside. He was clean. He knows that if he leaves the door open, Jeremy's going to run it in there for sure. A championship is on the line. They're all exchanging little mistakes at the moment, and that's the only reason it's causing the gaps to fluctuate. But
oh, Ferrandis! He's off the track. But he had just enough of a gap where Martin couldn't take advantage. He's back on and still ahead of the number 6. Martin's fired up now. Ferrandis and Cooper still fighting, with Jet Lawrence not that far ahead. Ferrandis trying to make an inside line work, and he makes Cooper go off the track where he did the previous lap. Just no room, especially with the lap traffic. So Ferrandis now up to 2nd. Lawrence now knows it as well as he looks back. And this team with a very storied history might be their last race. Can they go out a winner? Jet Lawrence wins the first moto. And Ferrandis is going to finish 2nd, and that's going to probably put him just short, depending on where Martin is. Martin will take 4th, and by the slimmest of margins, I believe the championship will not be clinched by Ferrandis here. This is the final moto of the season. Can Dylan Ferrandis lock down this title? The number 12 was Shane McElrath, going to lead them into the first turn. And the man second in points, the only other rider with a mathematical shot, is the number 6 of Jeremy Martin, and Martin goes for the lead.
Yeah, he strikes quick. He knows the best thing he can do is get out front and try and check out a little further back. You can see all the chaos behind. Oh, but McElrath came across the nose there of Jeremy Martin over that jump.
Martin able to hold on to it, but he loses the position. It is Jarrett Fry, a rookie rider, another Monster Star Yamaha teammate to McElrath, into second. And I saw Ferrandis about 5th. You can see him right now challenging Jet Lawrence, your first moto winner. So Ferrandis got away clean on that number 14, top of the screen. Uphill we go for the first time in this second moto, and it's McElrath, Fry, and Martin looking to make a move, and he does.
Yeah, that outside just helps carry that momentum. But wow, talk about a battle of teams. It's just Geico Honda and Monster Star Yamahas up front. Once again, just so strong through that section before the finish line is Jet Lawrence.
Oh, almost made the move on Fry. Now Ferrandis comes back. Good battle between Lawrence and Ferrandis past the signboard area. Mechanics telling their riders where they are. And we got Joe Shimoda, another Geico Honda rider, up in this battle right behind Ferrandis, rider out of Japan. Fry, this is his 4th professional race. Young man out of Maryland, trying to hold off the Australian and the Frenchman and the rider from Japan. A very international tour for sure. Oh, Lawrence almost had the line here on Fry. They're side by side.
Can he get to that inside? And he does. Takes the line away. Jarrett Fry couldn't do anything about that once. Takes a look over his shoulder. Realizes it's his teammate behind him.
Martin looking to make quick work of McElrath to try to get away and make his championship odds as strong as they can possibly be. He would need to win the moto and then hope disaster strikes for Ferrandis. Martin to the inside.
Ooh, I thought he had it.
Yeah, me too.
It's just so tough to get the bike turned. It's getting slick. It's getting a little choppy through there. The wheels are bouncing. Jeremy has to back out of that one. Now he's going to try to go to the outside. We've seen this line work at times, and he rails that. What a move.
Yeah, that might have been the best we've seen anyone execute the outside of that corner. McElrath tried to switch back to the inside there. Didn't work. And all the while, look at Jet Lawrence in 3rd. He is feeling it today. Right in this fight as well. Oh, McElrath trying to repass Martin.
Oh, yeah, you know, he's going to do his best to be a team player. And I'm telling you, this battling is far from done, because we're going to see a lot more. Jet Lawrence now has turned the jets on. He's found his groove. I've never seen him look this good. Great to see all that talent coming to fruition.
And by the way, Ferrandis made a mistake at the bottom of the hill. He has been pushed back to 9th place. So now Martin is within 9 of the championship as Lawrence just slams the door on McElrath to take over 2nd.
Yeah, but he's on the inside. He's got to try and protect that line, at which he's able to do.
Joe Shimoda.
Can he make this outside work like his teammate did? He tries. Oh!
Almost got it on McElrath. Let's see. Yes, he did. We're sitting on a Geico Honda 1, 2, 3. And as we talk about Jeremy's performance here winning the moto, could be a first ever career overall win for Jet Lawrence. Looking at 1-2 scores, that would be enough for the overall. An incredible ending to the run for the Geico Honda team, which really is known more than anything for developing young talent like Jet Lawrence. Certainly glad to have a veteran contender like Jeremy Martin on board, though, of course. And Jeremy is going to go out with a bang here in 2020. Great season for him, even if he does come up short of the championship. And a good season. He won 3 straight overalls at one point to take the points lead away from Ferrandis, and Ferrandis really fought back. They had a tremendous fight at midseason at the track that Martin's family owns, Spring Creek in Minnesota. And Ferrandis was just, I mean just by about a bike length, able to get the better of him, and from there he controlled it. But Martin will go out a winner here in the final moto of the season, but probably going to be just short of his 3rd title in this 250 division. And there's more history, because young Jet Lawrence, the 17-year-old out of Australia, so close to a win in Supercross in January, is finally going to get his first pro win. He takes the overall here in California. And an even bigger celebration now for Dylan Ferrandis, is just a corner away from a lifelong dream of winning an American National Championship to go along with his 2 Supercross titles. Here it is, Dylan Ferrandis, your 2020 250 National Champion.
Congratulations, Dylan Ferrandis. Such an incredible end, Dylan, to the year for you. Dylan, just quickly, what was it like for you? I mean, not many riders get to experience what you're going through right now. Not many riders get to do what you've done, taking a Supercross and a Motocross championship here, right at the end of the 250 careers they're going to move up. How important is that to you? What does it mean to you right now here today?
I think as an athlete, any sports, when you show up behind a gate or the start of the race, everybody wants to win. We all put the hard work behind. We all walk for sure, some more than other. But when you're behind a gate, you just want to win. And last year, my dream was to win the Supercross, and I did it. It takes me time to rebound and to have this anger of win. And this year, definitely I have it. And yeah, when you win one championship, you want to win another one, and then you want the next one, and again and again. I think until you're retired, you cannot dream about anything else than winning. So I just, I don't know, I just work really hard for that. It's difficult for me as a French, as a foreign here in America, to not do something else than walking. So I just do that. I walk every day. And even when I don't walk, I rest, and I don't do anything crazy, but it pays off. And yeah, I just want to say that to all the kids who are watching this championship, just put the hour on the bike, just walk, and maybe one day you're going to finish here.
That's a great message, Dylan. Thank you. You dreamed it, now you get to enjoy it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sun is setting on the 2020 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship. The Frenchman Dylan Ferrandis finally achieving his lifelong goal to not only make it to America, but to become the American motocross champion in the 250 class. And now a career in the big class, the 450s, looms for 2021. For Grant Langston and Will Christian, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching racing all season long on NBCSN.